Hey, Professor Burko and hi, class. This is my presentation on my persuasive presentation. And I want to go ahead and pan and let you see my audience so that we can go right ahead and get started. So I made my presentation, my persuasive speech on social media and how it affects our health. And so these are going to be the 4 questions that I'm going to answer in an attempt to get you to understand, not so much as informative, but just to get you to thinking on the terms of how I feel toward social media and how it affects our health. So we're going to be dealing with what is considered social media, what types of ways does social media, what type of ways it affects our health, and what steps are in place to help with this epidemic. Finally, how are veterans affected, and is there any help for them? So I want to go right ahead and begin to share with you exactly what is social media, because it really goes beyond just stating that social media is Facebook or social media is Snapchat, for instance. But it really has a definition to it that you'll find that it's beneficial to you. And social media is just a collective of online communication channels. So it's a means and a ways of staying connected to family members, friends, also making sure that those that you have not seen in years, they're able to see exactly what it is that what's going on in your life. But the next thing is something that is often not spoken of, but also truly does affect the health and well-being of those who are on social media, and that is social networking. And social networking is just a means of using social media to grow your business, to expand your connections with other corporations, such as, but not limited to, LinkedIn, Monster.com, and different things like that. So these are different avenues that are used so that we can grow and expand our business. Now, what does that mean for us, and why do I feel like it's such an epidemic? It's the fact that when you begin to look at social media and begin to look at all of the things that are affected by it, you'll begin to see that it really does dwindle down not only our health, but also it begins to dwindle down even our mental capacity. Have you noticed that we're now more doing hashtags and doing more of LOLs and things of that nature, more so than actually writing out words? And so we have a generation that's on the rise that does not know how to do basic spelling. One of the chief researchers in social media as it pertains to affecting our health is an individual by the name of Adrian Tars, MD and MBA. He's a psychologist and a consulting psychologist. And what he basically says is that as the more you begin to engulf yourself into social media, the more you begin to find yourself being actually more distant from people. So what that basically saying is that you're more prone to texting someone in the space that you are in your home, even in a building, more or even messaging them through social media, more so than getting up, walking to them, and talking face to face. We have become so impersonal that we don't even do any kind of phone calls anymore. The things that we do now is more of messaging, or we'll do what is called Snapchat and take a video video of ourselves and send it to another person, more so than actually just engaging with individuals. They also so with doing that, it actually dwindles down the brain. If we, for instance, you get a baby and you get this baby and you do not touch it, you do not allow it to hear anything, the brain cells in the baby will begin to dwindle and actually kill the baby.